All right. First and foremost, all praises Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakwa, Kodash. Double honors to elders. Peace, citation, blessing. Shalom, hopeful lay. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Now this is brother Gashawn. That's my name on here, Gashawn 72. But anyways, I'm in Oklahoma, and I guess they had a bill that went into the House or whatever, and I'm gonna play a little bit of this news clip. But basically, the bill was some kind of anti-riot bill or something, but
my point was made. I'll see y'all soon. Black Lives Matter activists stormed the Oklahoma State Capitol yesterday, and as you can see, they got in, forcing the House of Representatives into lockdown. The anger is over Republican bills which increase penalties for protesters who block traffic and also protect drivers who unintentionally hit the rioters blocking traffic with their cars. Oklahoma State Representative Kevin West, a Republican, joins me now. He was in the middle of all that. I mean, you could see everybody in the video there. What was it like to be there? How shocked were you when they showed?
Well, first off, good morning, Harris. And it was.
So, anyways, they had a bill, and it was going into anti-riot bill, I guess. I read a little bit on the the topic. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but it's in Oklahoma. I guess they passed a bill, and it said, from what I read, was if you accidentally run over rioters, then you won't get in trouble for it. You know what I mean? I remember that down in Florida, they had a similar bill. If I ain't mistaken, I can't remember exactly what what it was, but it had to do something like giving people the right to, maybe it was to shoot protesters or something. I don't remember, but obviously, the the people, they're not very very happy. It looked like Black Lives Matter protesters stormed the Capitol here in Oklahoma, which I mean, that just Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of wicked. Everything about the society is wicked. You know what I mean? And they just the stuff that goes on in this world, man. Just like with these transformers and the trying to change the father's creations, especially at a young age, having little they say, the 4-year-old, when they're about 4 years old, they can decide if they want to, you know, transform. You know what I mean? Just uttering complete wickedness. And now, they're passing the law where you can accidentally run over rioters and you're not gonna get in trouble for it. You know what I mean? Just golly. But anyways,
Black Lives Matter activists stormed the Oklahoma State Capitol yesterday, and as you can see, they got in, forcing the House of Representatives into lockdown. The anger is over Republican bills which increase penalties for protesters who block traffic and also protect drivers who unintentionally hit the rioters blocking traffic with their cars. Oklahoma State Representative Kevin West, a Republican, joins me now. He was in the middle of all that. I mean, you could see everybody in the video there. What was it like?
Of course, they got Eve on here.
Well,
acting like
first off,
it's okay.
Harris. And it was absolutely a bit of a disruption. We have people come in all the time to the Capitol, and they're in the gallery. This particular group, we were just starting to vote on a bill, and they started chanting. I really couldn't hear exactly what they were chanting.
Okay,
and
so
from there it just started.
So maybe it sounds like they're voting on this bill, but obviously, these people that were there, it's like you gotta, that guy, he might be a speck of bird there. I mean, he ain't down with this bill they're trying to pass. You know what I mean? And he surely he ain't with the the BLM. He might be, but this I can understand. This is better. That they're actually protesting something that is just straight wickedness. Running people over. Like, god damn. Like, anyways.
Down until we could get everything under control, just to make sure.
So basically, they invaded the there's kind of like the the Capitol building, in DC, kind of the same.
That were actually,
to an extent, had the people coming in and not happy, and what does it say when the wicked are in rule, the people mourn. When the righteous are in rule, the people rejoice. And obviously, the wicked are in rule because the people are mourning. And man, if that bill passes, it's just. I mean, we already see the signs of the times. You know what I mean? We already understand, what's going on, and I'll be surprised if it don't pass. That's the simplicity of these people, man. But anyways, we'll get a couple scriptures and just go from there. So yeah, I'll read that again. I'm gonna start verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And obviously, You know that people are tired of these fucking, you know, these wicked people that are in rule. You know what I mean? They're on high while everybody else is, on low. Down. You know, just man, and these people that make up these laws are fucking just devils, man. Straight wicked, dude. How can how can you just come up with some of these laws, man? Just but at the end of the day, earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Mm. But Isaiah 45:7, Lord, He's in control. So we just gotta be First Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil. Let's get it real quick. Your adversary, the devil, is going about seeking whom he may devour. Yeah, this is First Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And this is for us brothers, whom resist steadfast in the faith, hold, keeping this faith, uh, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. It's part of our our trial. You know go through the furnace, tried by the fire. You know what I mean? Just was this is Revelation chapter 3 verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And this is this truth. Being called to this word. You know, this is what we have to hold fast: is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because this world is lying in wickedness. This is Second Peter chapter 2 verse 4. For not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with the overthrow, making them examples that after shall live ungodly, and delivered, just Lot. Lot was just, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And that's, Lord willing, we have that number. But our spirit, is righteous. We're vexed by all this wickedness, all this ungodliness that is taking place, on this earth. But like it say, when you see these signs, the signs and wonders was when you see the signs and wonders begin to pass, know it's the very same time when the Most High is going to visit the earth, visit this world which He made, roughly paraphrasing. Mm. This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. I will start verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, which is the word of Yahweh Bashim Hashai. This this word, man, that's gonna keep us. Isaiah 33 verse 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. and the strength of thy salvation. And the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Let's see, this is Isaiah 45 verse 7. Yahweh forms the light. It says, verse 7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh, do all these things. Chapter 46, verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. This is what is declaring the end from the beginning, man. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yashai, called us into this truth, starting with the elders on down, that I'm gonna get this verse 3, chapter 47, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, the Holy One of Israel. Says, set thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms, which America, Babylon the Great, being was the golden cup in the Lord's hand, but verse 6, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy land. Thou didn't show them no mercy. You know, judgment coming to the house of Israel, but the wicked, they didn't show, they ain't show no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. It says, I'm gonna get down to read on verse 7. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. The end of it is destruction upon these wicked kingdoms. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saying in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not set as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Whoo! Whoo! Yup. Drop on down to verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to set before it. Thou shalt Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wonder every one to his and shall save thee. You know, their their recompense is gonna come back. You know what I mean? All the wickedness that has been done to the children, of Israel, is gonna return to the wicked. The wicked. You know. Let's see. This is Isaiah 55, verse 7. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord. Talking about the the 2/3 are the brothers that are lost in the world. You know, if it be thy will, let him forsake the worldly way, the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, Yahweh, for he will abundantly pardon, you know. But if you don't get right, then it's gonna be to your demise, because Yahweh Shai, he's coming back, with the sword, man. Woo! But all praise, honor, and glory, with the water how about Shema Shai, about Shema Kwak because like Isaiah 62 verse 6 says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, Yahweh, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And got, the brothers, starting with elders on down, GMS and the like-minded brothers that's bringing this truth out, and they're the watchmen. You know what I mean? They're calling out to the sheep. Lost sheep of Israel. 12 tribes. Speck of birds. Calling out, and Lord's will be done at the end of the day. But this is Isaiah 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh Shai will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will Lord Yahweh Shai plead with all flesh. The slain of the Lord shall be many. Man, slaying the Lord should be many. It's like say roughly paraphrasing. This world now, the world now is for many, but the world to come is for few. The Lord will, you know, be a part of that. What was I gonna get? This is good right here. I'll get Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 4. And the Lord has sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened nor inclined your ear to hear. That's the 2/3, man. Then they don't want to hearken to this the truth. They just want to you know but hey, that's their lot. This is only for the elect, hopeful elect, you know. So this is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what brothers doing, you know what I mean? Just linking up these the news with the prophecies and man making it make sense to you know to those who are blessed to see and blessed to hear, you know what I mean? But to those who the God of this world have blinded, they're not going to receive this. They're not going to haste, and they're not going to be in this you know truth, man. But Lord's will, Lord's will be done, man. Because days come, Amos 8:11, famine of the word, and then here's Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 26. And I'll make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. The days will come, where this word is gonna shut down. It's the leg's gonna be totally sealed, which is the leg, you're just waiting. We're waiting on Yahweh Shemai Shah. The leg. When that day comes, when he cuts this word off, then that means everybody's awoke. And it's about to it's about to go down. Because like right here, Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 9, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Everybody out here just living it up. Just stimulus checks and whatever. Just partying. Just pleasing their own flesh. You know what I mean? They ain't thinking about the Most High and how shy. Like man, that's a fearful thing. To fall in the hands with to fall into the hands of the Lord. Rough. I probably butchered that, but it's a fearful thing, man. But not everybody's gonna have that mindset. You know what I mean? But continue on. It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. But with that, we get one more on the end. This is Second Ezra chapter 4 verse 37. By measure has he measured the and by number has he numbered the times. He doeth not move nor stir them up until the said measure be fulfilled. You know, once that said measure be fulfilled, it's gonna go down, man. It's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. But hey, all in glory to Yahweh Bashim Ashah, Bashim Nakwah Kwadash, Shalom.